Welcome back, everybody. This is Grace. Today we're going to be doing some gear testing. And that is, we're going to be testing this armor, the new Frostbill Golden Gift Box, the One Storm armor. And I'm going to be testing it for two purposes. One is against Starslayer. Starslayer rather infamously attacks both energy and dark. This armor has low energy and dark resistance and has a little passive 10% damage reduction against energy and dark. Kinda cool. Figured I'd try it out. We are also going to be testing it out as a shadow armor, light and dark compression. The misc as a shadow misc, I don't really think I need to test that out because it's just a worse shadow misc, usually. So I'm not going to test that out, but I'm going to test it out against a shadow setup with Ultimon, compared to Ultimon. So we're going to do the One Storm armor against Starslayer and compare it to Type Z Necromech, which is perfect because it's true energy darkness compression. And we're going to do One Storm armor against Shadow Rocky, which is compared against Ultimon. I might also do two setups with the One Storm armor against Shadow Rocky. Might do one with a full light setup and a dark misc. So we have low light resistance, kind of high dark resistance, because the damage reduction passive on the armor is better the higher your resistance. So I might try it out full dark res, and then also one with the classic shadow setup and Crystal of Restless Shadows. So we're going to try out basically 5 kills, 2 what I think are quote-unquote optimal kills of Starslayer and Shadow Rocky, and then 3 methods with the One Storm armor, and just see how it matches up. And I'm going to take note of my HP, how long the battle takes, basically see how it feels and see how strong it is defensively. There's a lot of offensive stuff too. This passive, I'm enjoying it. I think I'm going to like it there. But I'm not going to go into the whole set yet because, to be honest, I've recorded 3 recordings on this set and the Golden Gift Box and the Frostbill set, and they've been bugged every time I record them, and they get changed. So I'm waiting a little bit. But the Frostbill set is a panic set where you eat panic to nuke. This set is a barrier set where you eat barrier to nuke. Not that crazy. Some of the items are better than others, but those are the basic gist of it. Now I'm going to pause and get set up for Starslayer. Okay, here we are at Starslayer. This test isn't going to be perfect because, to be honest, Starslayer is a hugely RNG reliant boss. So, you know, how much is it really going to mean? I'm not sure. But, you know, I figured may as well try it. Thought earth resistance was the weakest, turned out it's water, fire, light even. Do I have a light weapon? I think earth is fine. And we could be using a auto hit weapon, which I might end up doing. But for now, we're not gonna. We're gonna see if we can kill him without the auto hit. I haven't trained strength. I'll see you soon. Alright, strength is trained this time. I gotta change my armor though, hold up. Type Z Necromech, we got Angular Norm already. We got the Energy Darkness Compression Shield, Conglomerate Franken Shield. It's 1 energy resistance less than 26, it's 25, but the Dark Res, I think, makes it very much worth it. Okay, so we are gonna be... Oh, okay. We're gonna be using the Strength toggle. Strength. Now we got 300 Strength. Now we should actually be hitting sometimes, at least. This guy does dodge a lot, but, you know, won't be missing every attack. So yeah, it's definitely gonna be some RNG reliance here, because if he attacks with Dark, normally there's a 10% chance, I believe. If you're dazed, it's a 50% chance. So there's that RNG inherent in this fight. Will I get dazed? So will he attack with Dark more often? Will I not get dazed? You know, he'll allow with Dark anyway, because a lot of damage comes from Dark damage. You know, because you're defending against energy, so you're not defending against the Dark damage. But you know, he does a hell of a lot of damage anyway. So let's just see how it goes. And then we're getting helped out by Angular Norm. I'm going to use the same pets. We're doing a Charisma, you might not have seen, but Strength, Endurance, Luck. I said Charisma, didn't mean Charisma. We're doing a Strength, Endurance, Luck build, so in theory, I'm going to use the same setup for every fight. And here, let's see how many turns it took. Okay, 8 turns, battle 1, and we went to 1,842 HP. That's our first data point. Let's get the second. Okay, this time we're going to get geared up in the One Storm armor, which should be pretty much the exact same, unless I'm forgetting something obvious. Yeah, pretty much the exact same, we just have higher resistances. So we are going to take a lot of damage, and we're going to use Greatest Scion Sacrifice each turn, which boosts my damage, gives me a passive barrier. So we get 51 HP. Took some dark damage, but not that much. Okay. Gonna upgrade that. Because I think the Fragile is 100% worth the damage boost and the increased barrier. So yeah, we're taking a little bit of the dark damage there. So definitely some weaker RNG here. But he's also taking some from the backlash. You know, it's not a perfect test by any means. But you can see we just tanked a good amount of the attack with just the barrier. He is going to attack with energy though. He might kill me. Let's see. If he kills me in this setup, that's obviously good data that it's a lot worse. Also, this weapon, I just picked a random earth weapon because I wanted to, you know, try out a random weapon I don't use. This gives you endurance-based lucky strikes, which actually, I was going to say it doesn't matter because we have endurance and luck. Technically, it's a little worse because I'm giving myself Fragile with this armor passive, which gives you Fragile to boost your damage and give you a barrier. But, you know, so I don't think the turn count is going to be all that helpful because he died more to backlash. You know what? Having said that, I'm going to do the test without Anger Linorm and see what happens. We're going to do it once again with Necromech and once again with this armor without Anger Linorm because the backlash adds more RNG, because if he hits me harder, the RNG is he might get hit harder. With the backlash, I think it doesn't really show off the armor as much. So I'm going to cut out the pet, do this with just the lost one, or this armor and Necromech, and we'll see how many turns and how much HP is left. And that'll give us 2 data samples too. So I think that'll be helpful. Alright, but I'm going to pause, collect my data, and be right back. Okay, here we are. No Anger Linorm this time. Just going to do things exactly the same. Got that strength toggle going. Kind of similar, honestly, to the one storm. Gives you a strength boost instead of giving you a raw damage. Oh, 2 dark hits. It's unlucky. Well, not that unlucky, but kind of similar now that I think about it, because the one storm gives you HP for damage, Fragile, you know, so indirectly costs your HP. And this costs your SP, so similar idea, different implementation. But you can see there's going to be some RNG here. I might even switch it to the auto hit weapons because those will have less RNG, but they'll also give me, and you know, Lucky Breaks add some RNG too. You know, Aki's a very RNG heavy game. It's not going to be perfect, but I thought it would be interesting to do this anyway. I might switch to my auto hit weapon or Maiden Garden Edge, depending on how unreliable this is, because we're kind of getting our asses beat. I don't know if I'm going to beat him with the one storm armor, which would be good data again if I die in it. Oh, that was a crazy celerity proc. I might die, yeah. Let's see. Okay. Well, I died in the Necromech. That was 12 turns and a death. Okay, that's good data. I'm gonna pause. Okay. Obviously, if you use the auto hit weapon, we would have got him. But what I'm gonna do is do the same exact setup on the one storm and see if it does better or worse or about the same. Okay, and here we are. Should be good here. Okay, I heard about this bug. Let's leave it, go back. There we go. Alright. Yeah, apparently the armor bugs, so you can't... Did I just get celerity? Something about the armor gives you... Oh, it was the lucky break. Either way. There's a bug with the armor where if you use the ability in the battle, you can't use it in the next one. Something like that. Also, I forgot to upgrade the Scion last turn, but, you know, it's fine. I don't think we're gonna get anywhere close to killing him anyway. But you never know. Got 144 barrier now. That's like half his damage, looks like. Okay, we might actually make it if we hit some good hits. Barrier feels good, I don't know. Add Baby Egg on top? We're playing like in a meta build and not just for testing? Oh, we're definitely gonna die though. Oh, okay. So we died. We die faster. We died faster, which I think is actually important. And Starslayer had a little more HP. I think that's a lot more RNG, but I think dying faster by 3 turns, that's significant. Okay, so the conclusions from testing this at Starslayer are that the one storm takes more damage because it killed him faster when we had the backlash, and we died earlier when we died. But in terms of output, pretty significant, pretty strong. Probably more offensive output than the Type C Necromech, even though it has a strength drive, which makes sense because the autos are boosted by 30% damage instead of just the roughly 1.1x damage you get from 50 strength. So conclusion, I think defensively it'll combo better with other items. Like normally if you have a Misk, that will help make the higher resistances less bad because you can use a defensive Misk, which works better at higher resistances, or it reduces more at higher resistances. Starslayer in particular doesn't let you use Misks, so I think it's a bad matchup for the 1 Storm Armor. But I'm still pretty happy with the performance. I think with the auto hit weapon, with War Maiden's Garden Edge, you'll 100% see a successful kill, and in fact, I'm going to just do that really quickly and show the end screen. Okay, so here's a successful kill. It took 7 turns. To be honest, it did more damage than I would have thought. I'm down to 1300, but with an auto hit weapon, with Angerlin Arm for example, you'd be just fine in this armor against Starslayer. Would I recommend it for a gauntlet? Maybe not, because you will lose a lot of HP, but you know, certainly a reasonable method. Anyways, I just wanted to show that if you're not limiting yourself, if you're using good items against Starslayer, not to mention I could have used a light auto hit weapon or a fire auto hit weapon, if they exist. I can't think of one off the top of my head. But yeah, there's lots of good options, and you can definitely make this armor great against Starslayer. The reason I died was I was limiting myself and trying to use a simple strategy. Okay, and that being said, we're now going to go to Mighty Shadow Rocky, and I'll be right back. That was a long-ass slog through the Thunderbird, I'll be honest. I'm gonna have to change up my items for the next reset, but we are gonna start off in Ultimons, just in the optimal one, and I think we are gonna stick with the auto hit weapon here. It just makes sense, you know. Let's not like play silly. Let's play smart and do our best. We are gonna be using the Festive Legionary Scorpio, which will give me 13% darkness damage resistance, which I think is gonna be quite nice. I hope we win initiative here. We probably will. Okay, I want to win initiative because I want to hit him with the Fungibushi Shroom Katana at least once. So that I put Spore on him so that he takes wind damage every turn. And now that that's done, we're going to use the auto hit earth weapon, and we're going to use Crystal of Restless Shadows. Should be pretty basic. We got 12 light and dark, some dark resistance here. Nothing too crazy. But the wind damage will make him weaker. The attacks throw off his flight, exactly. So that's from the Spore. Every turn will be Spored, so I don't have to worry about a wind, pet, or guest, or attack. I can just DPS him down here. And I don't actually know for sure if this setup will beat him. I think it will, but I'm not positive or anything. We'll have to wait and see. Looks like we're taking very minimal damage here, but you never know. I mean, he doesn't ramp up slowly, so I don't kill him very fast. That could be it. I'm really liking this setup, actually. The fast animations, the pet waits until the monster's turn to act, which is peculiar and maybe a bug, but I hope they keep it that way, because it's really handy for these, you know, mildly long fights. But yeah, so I'm gonna just kill him here. Should be pretty quick. Yeah, I got 10 minutes into a Minecraft video while I was fighting Thunderbirds. This is going way, way faster, which makes me think that the armor I was using was the problem, but who knows. But yeah, let's see, has he buffed himself yet? No, not yet, doesn't seem like it. He eventually, if you wait long enough, he gives himself accuracy and damage and alien power and stats, I think. If you go through enough cycles, but this hasn't done it yet, I don't think. And there we go, yeah. Okay, so I was way off on thinking he might kill me. We're obviously 4k for healing. Oh, from the Crystal of Restless Shadows, I forgot it has a lifesteal effect. Yeah, so that will make it easier, to be sure. And in theory, I mean, this is an FO armor, so we're gonna do... In theory, we'll do a tiny bit less damage in this armor than we will in the 1 Storm armor. This 1 Storm gets plus 30%. This is FO. It's like 125x or 1.25x. But overall, let's see how long the fight was. 20 turns, 4002 HP left. Let's see how the 1 Storm armor does. Okay, I chose to just win initiative with H series, just so that variable stays the same so I don't struggle to inflict the the spore. We're going to start off with the shadow set, which means Crystal of Restless Shadows and Best Legionary. Starting off with the Fungibushi, Shroom, something. Oh, and can we do the Ion Sacrifice? Awesome. Should be good here. We got the spores, Calm Windless Skies, and now we just charge up the Scion Sacrifice and see how it goes. Should be pretty chill. Alright. Looking good so far if he's not even punching through the barrier. He's definitely going to want his SP attack, but yeah, really not bad at all. Looking very topped up on HP, so much of the fragile is actually doing damage to me. Normally the fragile doesn't do any damage unless you're really high HP. And we are really high HP, so we're basically full. Or as full as you can be with this much fragile. That's cool. That's awesome, actually. Okay, so this armor definitely seems like it is great for shadow fights, and specifically for Shadow Rocky in this case, but yeah, I'm loving this. This is awesome. Building up a berry without spending any resources on it. I mean, technically HP, but again, I'm not losing HP, I just have a limited max HP pool. Yeah, this is great, dude. I'm excited. Okay, so I said I was gonna do a light and Shadow Mist setup. Okay, I had to stop recording and then come back, but I believe I was saying that I was gonna do initially I was gonna do a light armor, light shield, dark mist setup. But given how well this performed with the shadow setup, I don't really think that's necessary. We know this is better than Ultimon because it killed it in 16 turns, and we ended on full HP instead of ending on like 4k HP in 20 turns. I don't even think we ended on 4k, I think we ended on 1.8k, that's what I wrote down, who knows if that's right. But yeah, really good armor for defensive play. I want to try it out for nuking. In fact, I was chatting with Lupul and he just gave me some ideas. Turns out I was all wrong about the gift box spell. I thought it was kind of doo-doo, I thought it paid for too much. I was way off based on that. I made a mistake and I'm ready to fix it and show you guys a showcase later. But for now, this is the 1 Storm armor. I'm very happy with it. I think it performed great. Starslayer beat it, but Starslayer also beat the Type C Necromech without an auto-hit weapon, so, you know. What can you say? Starslayer is a beast. But yeah, I like this armor a lot. I think it's great. I'm a big fan, and I will probably not use it because it's a rare. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, I'm a big fan. If you have this, that's awesome. If you're watching this video way in the future, I will say this is a golden gift box. Frostveil gift box, not golden gift box. So it is perma rare, which is tough. I probably should put that at the beginning. But if you have it, enjoy it. I'll probably go through the rest of the set within the next week because again, I don't want to keep going through it if they keep changing it. But surely they finished changing it by now. Surely, right? Anyways, I'm a big fan. I really enjoyed it. Taking down Shadow Rock like this, super easy. Starslayer, I think it was a respectable showing. That's a tough boss. Yeah, I'm pretty interested. I'm pretty excited. I will see you all later for a nuking setup with Barrier. Bye-bye.